Hey guys, what's going on? It's Perbius1030 with Tin Can Gardener. And this morning I come out to the garden because I'm going to do a little bit of harvesting. I figured my turnips have gotten big enough, well, a couple of them, so I'm going to harvest them and give them to somebody who requested them. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these out and share them with you guys. So here we go. Oh yeah, and whenever you do pull your turnips, be careful because on the bottom here they do have spikes. Alright, so pull this turnip. I'm sorry, rutabaga. Turnip rutabaga. Actually it is a turnip, it's purple, not yellow. And then I got this guy which needs to be replanted. Go. They do need some room for growing. They can get rather large, so let's check out this little fella. Not as big as I've grown them before, but you know what? It'll be great in a nice breakfast. And I got my other one over here. Ah, there it is. Now, I think one of these are a rutabaga and one of these are a turnip. But you know what? It really doesn't matter because they're both going to be delicious. Okay, so there's those guys. And what else I wanted to show you guys was my other cantaloupe. Two of them. Hold on here. Two of them that are over there. The bugs have not gotten to yet. Thank goodness. I got my marigolds here. I'm going to be harvesting some seed with these guys soon. I got to water all this morning. Looks like the flower of that is open, but check this out. This squash plant, if you look real close down in there. Alright, okay, let me zoom in for you. See that little green thing right there? That's a worm. Those are its eggs, so I gotta pull this. Never fails. These things have been tearing up my squash forever and a day. So, I gotta pull this out. Daggum worms. Get rid of those guys. They ain't no good. This is my trap plant squash, so it's all good. If they get in there, I'm just tired of them getting into my cucumbers. That's kind of annoying. But it is what it is. Like I said, this was my test garden to see what grows and what doesn't. My beets, and they're doing okay. Not the best. I've seen better. But it is what it is. It's a test garden, so like I said before, no big deal. My beans have actually done pretty good. I've gotten some pretty decent beans on here. Let me zoom this thing back out. Okay. I've gotten some pretty decent beans off of this plant, mainly for seed though. As you can see, they're still flowering with beans. The more you pick them, the more they will grow. Lettuce ain't been doing too hot. It's just not liking it. These carrots, these little guys right here, I actually replanted them and they're not liking that too well, so I gotta water them and give them love and they'll come back. They usually do. Okay, over here I had to pull this squash out of my hydro system because it just wasn't doing any good, so I put it in the ground. I got some another video I'm going to do later on some homemade grow fertilizer. It'll be pretty interesting. My basil is starting to flower, so I'll be getting seed from that. This is a boxwood basil or an Italian basil, however you want to look at it. Check this out. These yard longs are just popping right along and I'm getting more flowers. Right there. Look at that beautiful flower. So, these will keep producing as long as you keep picking the beans. They'll keep on producing. And these, once they get so big though, they go into pod mode and seed and all that mess. So, whenever they get like this, I don't think they're very edible. the beans are, but I don't think the actual. Now this is where you want to saute these. They almost have a nutty flavor to them. They're pretty good actually. And I think the biggest you want to let them get is about like that. After that, you're pretty much just going to get a rough bean. So as a matter of fact, I'll harvest some of these as well, because it's about time to harvest some of these. Set them right there. I like to saute them up. I think they're pretty good. Now I'm going to be doing some more videos on these types of things and trying to keep all this going. I got a lot of new ideas for videos, so that should be interesting. And usually whenever you're picking these beans, the thinner they are, the more tender they are. Now you don't want to pick them this small, because that just ain't ready yet. It's just not there. Let's see here. These guys are, yeah, these are ready. But some of them are just not there, so let's see here. Yeah, this guy, he's not there. These guys, they're past their limit. Let's see. I know I saw, there's one. Yeah, it can be, you know what, I'm going to leave that on there for another day or two. There's a couple on there that you just can't do nothing with right now. Let's see here. That guy is no bueno. He just ain't gonna make it, so we're gonna put him in the compost pile. So, as you can see, there is a certain time to pick everything, and this is just a bean, no exception to any other bean. It needs to be picked for it to grow. And the more you pick it, the more it will grow. So I got a couple up there, right there, that are doing something, but this thing is just growing amazingly. So I'm gonna let it do what it does. I got two more here, but like I said, I don't think these are quite where I want them yet. So I'm gonna let them grow a little bit more, so I'll get a little bit of a better harvest. But you really gotta look, because sometimes they hide on you, and they get down in there and you can't tell what's what and where they're at and that sort of thing. So there's some beans. I'm not going to pick any basil because I want all my basil to seed. Garlic I can't do nothing with. A couple beans maybe. Let's see if I got any good beans for the picking. I got a couple cedars. I call these my cedars because these are just going to be for seed. That's a good seed. Whenever you're saving your beans for seeds, you want to make sure that you have one that is, here we go, that is straight with good size pods, not like this guy. Well, this guy could be used, but you don't want the deformed ones, because those genetics are more than likely to carry over into your next bean crop. So you really got to be careful with that. Like this guy's got 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 pods. So you really gotta be careful what you're eating and what you're not if you're saving seeds. Now look at this. I picked some, and I have flowers all over the place in here. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. I'm waiting for my radishes to go ahead and seed. They're being stubborn. These are this French breakfast. So the sooner they seed, the better. Got some tomato plants here that are doing whatever they want. But yeah, as soon as those things start seeding, these radishes will be good to go with some radish seeds. And as far as the beets, these are the, I can never get the name right. It's Cahoga, something like that. Chicago. Those are the beets. But I never get the name right, and they're not quite done yet. So I'm gonna go back over here and look under this bush for a minute, because I think I got another turnip hiding. Nope, no turnip hiding there. check this out. This marigold has rooted on the branch so it can get more water. That's awesome. So if you give me a second, we'll water the garden together here, guys. I really don't have nothing in my other garden to harvest, so that's just the way that is. So if y'all give me a second, bear with me here, and we'll get this garden going. There's the water in it. Alright, so got back to it with the toes. I usually water every morning. Like those off every morning and every night. Because we are in South Florida. It gets very humid here and dry sometimes. I like to water my other bed from here because it just seems so much more efficient than walking over there. And it's lazy, but it is what it is. Get my corn real good. Make sure everything gets a good watering. If I hear it hitting the tarp, I know I'm going far enough. Yeah, water these carrots good because I just retransplanted them the other day. So, and a couple of these radishes, or these turnips as well. And I just transplanted a bunch of carrots over there, so I better make sure I get all them too. So that should be pretty good. Alright. Here we go. So we'll shut this water off, and I'll talk to you guys on the flip. Next video is going to be homemade fertilizers. Don't miss that one. So this is Pervious 1030 with the Tin Can Gardener. And remember, if you teach somebody how to grow food, you'll feed them for the rest of their lives, guys. Alright, I gotta go get this water shut off. Later.